Can Julia and Tracy share things from their most memorable sessions?
That's tough because what's the most memorable? And it's like, because they all have their purposes, and that's, and it might not seem like wild or anything, but it's like it was so momentous at the moment. It was like it really was a big deal at that time. But when you shared, it's like, what does that mean? But it had so much relevance or something like that. And it's like, it might be a tiny little thing. So that's where it's like, yeah, memorable. The one that jumped in my mind, and it's like, okay, I'll talk about this. It's like, I'm thinking too, I don't know, but when we have to pay attention. If something jumps in your mind, see, there's a reason. And that's where maybe it's pertinent. I don't know. But one I had was, and I talked about it in the class, there's something that sometimes happens, and we call it leapfrogging. Somebody might jump from one life to another. And I think Mom talked about it in one of the Convoluted Universe books, maybe 2 or 3, somewhere in there. And it takes you a minute to figure out, oh, they're in a different life. Sometimes it's very obvious. And usually they'll do it once, maybe twice. And then, we that's where we come in and we guide, we not necessarily guide them, but we're like, we have things that we're trying to accomplish. And so that's where we want it to go. I'm not going to say we're trying to control the session, because we're not, but it's like we need to get to certain places. So we want to go, to get to so the guy, he jumped, and then it's like, okay, went there, and then he jumped. And then it got to where then he just kind of took over and just kept jumping and jumping and jumping and everything. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And he jumped again. I mean, it's like, I don't even know why I was there, because he was just doing it all. And he jumped and jumped and jumped, probably jumped 50 times.
Wow.
I'm not like, just kept jumping. And I'm like, what the heck? So then we got to the higher self, and I'm like, what is that about? Like, oh, he was wondering if he's ever lived before, how many lives maybe he had. So they were trying to show him all of them at once, I guess. I don't know.
It's like, here's a rapid representation of them. Yeah.
Rapid fire. Yeah. And it was like, okay, here I go again. Here I go again. Here I go again. I was like,
yeah.
But that was it. He just wanted to know how many lives. I don't think they showed him all. I bet you in this life now, he did something similar. He was like, he collected information, and he created things from just a lot of information. He would just go around collecting, because that's where you'll see similarities. And that's what I like to see, is like, okay, they're going back. How much is that? How similar is it to their life now? And you will see a lot of it.